round 2. This is definitely going to be a mulligan. So let's just do that straight away. Much better. Much, much better. We're going to keep this. So you go ahead and do your thing, buddy. And I've got Stoneforge Mystic in hand, and I think it's going to get a sword. And we're just going to try and go off with that. Or no, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get Batterskull. And then use the ability to drop Batterskull. That seems pretty good. So planes go. Forest. Stoneforge Mystic. Yes, I'd like to use the ability, thank you. There is Batterskull. Get in my hand. So he's using City of Brass to get a phantasmal image of my Stoneforge Mystic. That's pretty good. What's he going to reveal? Sword of Fire and Ice. Alright. Protection from red and blue, but not protection from Batterskulls. Although it does become a 4-5, which does make things difficult. But I'm going to give my Batterskull double strike, which is pretty nice. I love that it's a May ability, because it's like, oh, I activate the ability, but I might not want to use it. Let me think about it. Yeah, we're going to play Silverblade Paladin next turn, Soul Bond it to the Germ token. Attack for 8. He's paying 4 here. Oh, so he can activate Stoneforge and equip Stoneforge. What is that? No. Sure. And there's the sword just out of nowhere. Huh. So I think what I'm actually going to do is put the sword on the Batterskull so that this can't target it. Because if he just plays another creature, he can use the ability. Because the creatures themselves don't need to have haste. So that puts it onto the battlefield. And then this puts it into my hand, it equips it to the germ. So he either has to chump with his own Stoneforge Mystic, or Milton, I get a 2/2, and you know, crazy good stuff happens. So we got some kind of black-blue deck going on. Expecting to see a Master of Waves at some stage, I think. I think that's a fairly safe assessment. Oh no, it's Esper altogether, isn't it? Oh no, just black-blue. Whoops. I saw the white card and was thinking, oh, it must be Esper. But I forgot he copied my guy. Because I'm clever like that. So if he taps the Stoneforge Mystic here. Yeah, okay, he didn't even bother. Yeah, I could have given double strike and just gone crazy. Okay. On to game 2. That was exactly what the deck wanted to do. Just win with big equipment. Does Kami of Ancient Law hit artifacts? No. So maybe I bring in Wear and Tear, just because I saw a sword from him, and lose Mind Sensor. Although Mind Sensor was only good because he copied my guy. I don't think that's a reason to bring in. To leave it in, I should say. So that was very quick, game 1. Let's see if we can just do the same thing game 2. Go to town. Naya Stoneblade. Totally a deck. I'm going to keep this. I don't hate this hand. Ether Vial. Ether Vial. Okay. Plateau, go. Well. Would you like to put a charge counter on your Ether Vial? Yeah, do it. That's a very good card. Very, very good card. Here comes... What are we looking for? What are we looking at? Wow. Yeah, that'll do it. I'm going to blow up his Ether Vial, though. Unfortunately, don't have the mana for wear at the moment. But that's what I'm going to do now. So we're going to play Clifftop Retreat. And... blow the Ether Vial up. And now there is a card in my graveyard for the Grave Robber. Which is not nothing. Okay, so she's exiling. Oh, it does trigger because I'm dumb. Yeah, that was really stupid. Wasn't thinking about that at all. Oh well. So I'm going to play, let me see, this is a 4/2 Rat Wizard. Alright. So I think the way we're going to do this is pro black and green. So I think the way we're going to do this is play Mirran Crusader. And then next turn play Domri and fight those, and this guy won't die, he won't take any damage. And then play Batterskull and go to town. Kind of the plan right now. Yep, don't really care about that. Sublime Archangel. I think I still kind of want Domri. Domri's going to die, though, immediately if I play him. Yeah, no, so I'm actually going to play the Archangel. Just because it's really good. And it'll mean this guy's attacking for 8. So he's either jumping with the blue guy, or he's taking 8. Both of which I'm okay with. Oh, I just took the 8. Okay. Go for the throw of the Archangel. Yep, fair enough. And he can reanimate that. So which means I really need to kill that thing now. So Domri's coming down this turn, unfortunately. Can't be Batterskull. Would like it to be. So if I shock myself here, I can get Coalition Relic down as well. That seems worth it. Gotta make sure I tap the right mana. So... kind of hard to screw up here, really, though. Just play Coalition Relic. So we tap this for red, this for green, this for anything. Play Domri Raid. So before this guy gets to... What? Oh god, I'm a moron. How many of you were yelling at your computer that wouldn't work? Because Domri says target creature fights another target creature, and I have a protection from green creature, and Domri Raid is green. So if he hits a land, he's going to get my Archangel here. That was really stupid. So I'm just going to plus the Domri and pretend that was what I meant to do. I'm disappointed with myself now. Yep, just didn't think of that at all. It's not an interaction I've ever had to play with. I'm not going to attack here. I'm going to leave this back to block Night Eye. How are we doing, Magic Online? Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed with myself on that one. Okay, so here comes the sword. Yep. So that's a 3/6. Pro blue and red. Which means I can't target it with Domri. He gets to kill my Mirror Crusader now. Yeah, this has not gone well. Okay, so how much mana do we have available? We have 7. Yeah, I do want to stop him reanimating, because if he does that, I'm just never winning. So I think what I want to do here... How much does Batterskull cost to equip? 5. Awkward. So I think what I want to do here is play Batterskull and use the minus to fight it with Night Eye and gain some life at the same time. And put a charge counter on this. And see what we draw. Etherling. Etherling. Don't know if I can beat that. Let's get a white mana out of that. Because Etherling can just attack for 8 this turn, can't he? I can stop him with the Condemn. So what I'm going to have to do here is chump the flyer, go for the Condemn on the Etherling so that he has to flicker it. Do I need to chump the flyer? Kinda do. Yep. That's actually much better for me. So he's just going to flicker this thing in response, but that's actually fine for me as long as it doesn't get the attack through. I don't really care. Okay, and then Etherling's going to come back. It's not equipped with the sword, which is quite nice. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Did I forget to put a charge counter on Relic? I did, because I'm clever. Oh, and it's really relevant as well because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's not actually that relevant. I would have 8 mana, but then, you know. Okay, so I'm going to throw Batterskull onto Revelark. Who is Itzabutim? Why is he chatting with me? How do I find that? Magic. Oh, it's here. Oh! Look, it's a lovely message from a nice person. Recording one now. People will see how lovely you are. Can't spell. I love getting that kind of message. That's just great. Just makes my day, you know? Okay. So we're going to put Batterskull onto the Revelark and try and gain life. Try and life gain our way out of this situation. Okay. That was a big deal. Let's put a charge counter on the relic before I forget again. So he can only hit me for... He can hit me for quite a bit with that Etherling, actually, now I think about it, because the sword gives him more toughness to work with, if you know what I'm saying. So I wonder if he can do the full 15 to me like that. I haven't actually done the maths. Oh. That'll work. Yup. Now Revelark did leave the battlefield. So Mirren Crusader's popping back, but he's probably going to get killed. By the sword, I would imagine. Oh, he's left it jumpable. Which is what we're going to do. He didn't make it unblockable. Yep. Okay, so we get a bit of value out of that. And he's flickering it for some reason. So it's untapped, I guess. Okay, so let's make... I don't know what the plan is here, really. I guess Imposing Sovereign equip Batterskull. So let's make white mana. Put Imposing Sovereign down. Equip Batterskull to it. See what we can do. Just hope not to die, I guess. It's crazy. Just Batterskull turns anything into the best creature on the board, including the germ token. Oh, that was on board and I didn't see it. That was not smart. Yeah, Revelark was a much better play there because if he bounced it to my hand, I still get the Crusader back. Oh, disappointed in myself now. I think I just lose here. That was incredibly stupid. Just entirely forgot that thing did that. That's obviously why he flickered the Etherling, so that he had untapped creatures. You know, when I think about it, it seems so obvious, but just... I'm not a clever man. Gonna take... I think that's gonna be lethal, isn't it? No. No. Oh, is it? With the sword, yeah, that is gonna be lethal. Alright. So that was my own damn fault. for just not thinking about the cards. Let's try again. What's he saying to me? Oh, probably just I submitted the deck. Yeah, he did. Okay, so he's finished sideboarding. Let's give it a go. So we're hoping for another nuts Stoneforge Mystic start. Would I like to play first? Yes, that's how we get the nuts Stoneforge Mystic starts. Is that keepable is the question. I can definitely turn through the Kitchen Finks, but I've got no white mana, which is a little bit of an issue. I am going to keep it. There's about 9 or 10 white sources in the deck, and we have a play if I don't hit it, so I think this is okay. Forest, go. Obviously a plains would be very good here. Wild Nacatl. Alright, so we can play that as a 2-2. And see what happens. Turn 1 Ether Vial. It's pretty good. Pretty good, gotta admit. And there's the Grave Robber. Coalition Relic, that's almost as good as a white source. I think I'm actually just going to play that and follow it up by putting a charge counter on so I can go Batterskull next turn whether I hit a land drop or not. Because Batterskull's great, as it turns out. And if I do hit a land drop, I can play Batterskull without tapping the Coalition Relic, which means I can play Mirren Crusader the following turn and start doing crazy things like equipping Batterskull to Mirren Crusader. You try swinging with a 6/6 double strike vigilance lifelink pro black and green and tell me that's not crazy. What's this? Draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. Sure thing, buddy. What power and toughness is this? 2-1? Okay. So he gets to hit me back for 2. Okay, so we add black mana. It's very important that we add black mana when you're casting your Batterskull. And over here we're going to add some blue. And play out our Batterskull. I'm doing it pre-combat for no legitimate reason. It's probably incorrect because he can Ether Vial in, reasonable bodies at this stage. He can 2 drops he can put in. So I probably shouldn't have played anything pre-combat, but I'm crazy like that. What do we got coming up here? Bloodline Keeper. That's a decent card. Forest. Okay. So here we go. We got options. I think. Can I read the Huntmaster properly, please? Why are you being so terrible? Oh, 2/2 wolf and gain 2 life. And then when it flips, it's deal 2 damage to target opponent and 2 damage to up to 1 target creature that player controls. It's very difficult to read that text. That's not just my video quality. It's that text is very small. It seems kind of poor design. If I right click it, it works very well. Put a 2/2 green wolf creature token onto the battlefield. And you gain 2 life. Alright, so what I can do is... Actually, now I think about it, what I probably want to do is play Imposing Sovereign. Because Ether Vial is freaking me out a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tap Coalition Relic for white. And play Imposing Sovereign. So you're probably reading the card now because that card doesn't come up a lot. It's a fine card though. It's just pretty decent. White Weenies decks, it makes blocking more difficult and, just does a good job. 2 mana, 2/1. Hate Bear. And we can play Kitchen Finks as well this turn, which is quite nice. But I'm actually going to attack first so that I have mana to bounce Batterskull if I need to. Because I feel like that's more important. And obviously his thesis is on whether or not to let Imposing Sovereign resolve. Okay. E+. There's no reason to attack with the Wild Nacatl, it just dies to the Vampire. Magic Online? Magic Online? Oh, we're waiting for him, are we? Okay. Begin combat step. Do you want to flash in a thing? Like, realistically, why would you? See, this is what I love about Cube. When else in Limited do you get this kind of board state on turn 5? Ether Vial with 3 counters on it, a Batterskull, freaking Bloodline Keeper. It's great. That I have to be very careful of, actually. Yeah, I'm just waiting to see what he does now. It's now midnight, so my round 3 opponent might have a bit of an advantage against me, I don't know. Okay, we get to attack. Sweet. Well, so this guy is figuring... he might be double queuing me. I don't want to jump to that conclusion, but like it wouldn't be unreasonable. Oh, he's putting in a creature. Man of War, bouncing the Germ token. Yep, good play. Sure. That's fine. And we're just going to make a Kitchen Finks. Next turn the play is probably going to be equip Batterskull, go to 10. So he is putting the charge counter on. He's gone up to 4 charge counters now. I don't know what I'm expecting to see here, really. Treachery. Okay. He can still untap all his lands as well. That's a very good card. And now my creatures enter tapped. Serum Visions, sure. Very useful. It's like Preordain, but in the wrong order. Sword of Fire and Ice. That's a good card. That is the card that beat me last game. Will it beat me again? Good thing it's a Swiss queue. Okay. So realistically, I think the play here is probably just equip Batterskull onto Wild Nacatl. And the reason I say onto Wild Nacatl is I think I want a Birthing Pod with the Kitchen Finks next turn. So yeah, I'm just gonna try and equip it, see what happens. If he has something with the Ether Vial that's gonna deal with my stuff, then that's a problem, but not one I can do much about, to be honest. Well, okay, so the equipment happened. Let's see if I get to make an attack. I'm going to go ahead and attack with Kitchen Finks as well here. So he gets to make a vampire, which is going to trade for the Kitchen Finks, presumably. Okay, maybe not. He's just making a vampire. Alright, so I've got a bit of a life cushion. Not really sure what the plan is here. Because I'd be potting into Archangel, Sublime Archangel, with the Kitchen Finks, which is nice. But it's a creature. Oof. Oof. So he's attacking me without equipping the sword. I'm confused by that, I'm going to be honest. That to me seems incorrect. He's not equipping the sword at all. Maybe he needs the mana. But that seems weird to me. Yeah, so not 100% sure what's going on there. I am, however, going to just play Birthing Pod. If he wants to counter it, if that's what he's saving the mana for, then, you know, sure. Gonna try and attack here. With the Kitchen Finks as well. Here comes Ether Vial at 5-drop. What's coming down with the Ether Vial as a 5-drop? What is that? Teferi? Alright. That's pretty scary. And then he can flash in whatever he wants. Okay. So I don't think this is going to work out how he wants it to. Yeah, so what I'm going to do here is pay 2 life because I want to put charge counters on that thing. Magic Online? You there? Clock's working. Now I would like to use that ability. Is Teferi not letting me use that ability? No. Teferi should be letting me. Why can't I use Birthing Pod? Oh, because I've never played with Birthing Pod before and I didn't realize it was only at any time you could activate a sorcery. So, I'm dumb, as it turns out. I've never actually played a deck with Birthing Pod in it. Don't really know what the card does, I guess. Activate this ability only anytime you could cast a sorcery. Yep. Just me being stupid. So Kaiga's going to die, and he's going to gain control of presumably my Wild Nacatl with the Batterskull on it, which is kind of a beating. Yeah, I'm going to allow the mana to empty, because I tapped it wrong. So he gets to gain control of my Wild Nacatl. What just happened? Oh, that's interesting. So he gained control of the Wild Nacatl, but Wild Nacatl had already taken damage, and when Batterskull fell off, Nacatl just died. That's kind of funny. Well, here we go. He gets to flip, which means he can start putting Kaiga back onto the battlefield if he gets the land, which he has the land for. Ugh. Okay, so Teferi is now Big Bad Beater. And Phantasmal Image is a copy of Bloodline Keeper, right? Yeah, thought so. So now we can flip the Bloodline Keeper, and that's going to start getting out of hand. Oh, this is going to hurt. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to put the stupid charge counter on, so I can't cast my stupid Mirren Crusader because I'm stupid. Cliff notes, yep. Alright, so I think I've just lost this game. Mirren Crusader wouldn't have made a huge difference. It would have been, I think, 2 here. I wouldn't have been able to equip the Batter Skull or attack with it. Yeah, I think this is just going to be a scoop 'em up moment. Not a whole lot I can do. So I am just going to go ahead and concede here. I guess I'll see you guys in round 3. Yeah.